I have no fear whatsoever of the FBI at this particular point in my life. Even though I've gotten threats at my house, threatening telephone calls. My daughter, who was 13 years old, wrote an essay that the school sent back home to me, talking about the fears that she had because of the threatening phone calls, and she afraid that I'll go away and won't come back home. And I didn't even know she was writing this until one of the teachers sent it back home to me and saying, these are the fears that your daughter have. But that same daughter told me when we were discussing this, as I began to travel around the country one time, she said that, you know, at times I am afraid of losing my father, but at other times, if I know that if you don't go out and speak up, then I really don't have a father at all anyway. So her concerns are double. And even at 13, she realized the importance of coming out and giving the truth no matter what the consequences. And because it's more than just us involved in this. The consequences for me, certainly, and I can get into them more so later, have been pretty devastating. I mean, they raided the house of my mother and sister. This is during the time that I was with the agency, but speaking out and writing letters to the newspapers with a warrant. At the time they raided the house, they had a warrant for my deceased brother. They knew he was deceased because he had died in 1987 in police custody. And they had did a civil rights investigation at the time, so they had him listed as deceased. But they raided the house and said, we have a warrant for your deceased brother for a probation violation. He didn't show up at the probation officer's house. Now, I wasn't there. My mother and sisters was. Now, mind you, at this time, I was still an agent in the Detroit office of the FBI. But 3 months prior to this raid, I had testified against the FBI in a case where I told them about the FBI agents dressed as Klansmen at Quantico, Virginia. FBI agents failing to investigate civil rights cases and other things. I had testified about this, and this was their warning back to me, because one of the philosophies of the FBI that we need to learn more and more is that if we can't get to you, in fact, it is not always easy, or it's not always the right choice for them to get to you, because then it becomes too obvious. Then we will attack what you love the most. And the pressure that we put on what you love the most, be it your mother, father, sister, brother, child, daughter, dog, whatever you love the most, the pressure we put on them will make you back up.